While all over the country men work to make Greenhouse a reality, during this preparatory stage, new events of world importance occur, which cast their shadow on the operation. However, national policy dictates that the vital atomic test program must be maintained, that weapons development work must continue at any cost. True, some schedules are altered, some drawings revised, in order to still make Greenhouse a reality in the spring of 1951. But actually, a shift in plans is not strange to those who work on this operation. Modifications have happened before, and they'll happen again. Since Greenhouse is a remote outdoor laboratory situation, a series of experiments, change will be the order of the day, up to and including the actual operational period. Even during test time, Holmes and Narver will have a small working force available to make last-minute installation changes. So, work continues in the ZI at an accelerated pitch until at last the time arrives when most plans can be laid away, blueprints rolled up and put in drawers, instruments, gauges, meters, packed for the big move out to the Pacific Test Islands. The Scientific Task Group will control the experimental program, but the largeness of the total project means that individual experiments have been farmed out to dozens of different bureaus, laboratories, institutes, offices.
Some of us had never seen any Wetak Atoll before. We had studied charts, of course, but we were more interested in the real thing, especially in the headquarters islands and the test islands. Wetak Island is headquarters for the Army and Air Force task groups. Perry Island is headquarters for Joint Task Force 3 and for the Scientific Task Group. This operation, unlike Sandstone, is land-based. Headquarters for the Navy Task Group is aboard the Curtis, anchored in Wetak Lagoon. Moving north up the chain, Runnet is the site of the first shot, codenamed Dog. Still moving north, Ibariru Island is the location for the third shot, codenamed George. Enjabie is at the top of the chain and is the test island for the second shot, codenamed Easy, and for a possible fourth shot, codenamed Item. Over this spread-out atoll laboratory and over the surrounding rectangular danger area 150 by 200 miles, the Navy patrols, maintaining a security watch.
The 5,000-mile trip from San Francisco to Wetak is over. We settled down in the tropical aluminum barracks that are to be our home for the next 5 months. There isn't much to do out in the islands but work, and there is plenty of that. Instrument footings, recording stations, coax cables, and the like are in, but this is just the beginning. All of the elaborate test instruments brought from the States must be installed.
But before Greenhouse came to this point, the actual operational period, before the test islands were set, before the exact weapons to be tested were chosen and dates settled on, many events of importance had influenced the aims and purposes of the 51 tests.
Okay, Fred, let's go ahead on that basis then. You'll have to check up with EG&G to see if they're set up for that sort of thing. Right. Okay, Fred. Well, what's your problem, Bowen? Isn't history being written fast enough?
I'm afraid too fast for me, Dr. Graves. I have trouble trying to keep up with it. In preparing the chapter on the selection of weapons for the Greenhouse report, I have difficulty in following through the historical development. I wonder if you could give me a summary of the changes.
I can understand your difficulty. Things have certainly changed often enough.